Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about this young Dolph situation and the effect that it's having on the city of Memphis. Now, it looks like, man, the laws of cause and effect are in full effect in this situation because based on young Dolph losing his life last week, it looks like a lot of people have lost their life in the after effects. Now, I'm not sure if it's all tied to young Dolph, but a majority of the people out there are saying that a lot of these shooting deaths and a lot of these situations are tied to young Dolph. Now, the city of Memphis, and specifically the South Side, is having a resurgence in violent crime ever since the incident that took place that took young Dolph's life, right? Now, it seems like they're trying to combat this with positivity, but man, I don't know how far that can go when you have a situation like you do right now, where, I mean, literally everybody's on eggshells because some people did something so heinous that it took somebody that was so well beloved from a whole audience of people in a whole city of people. It's going to be hard to repair. But before we break down these clips and talk about the local news story on this situation, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about what's going down in Memphis, man. This is a sad state of affairs. Now, I'm going to be referencing a story from the Fox 13 Memphis News there, and basically the headline says this. It says, 10 people killed in 5 days. How locals still feel safe in their communities. Now, in this article, it starts off by saying Memphis, Tennessee, according to the Memphis Police Department, they responded to the 2300 block of Ketchum Road, where one man was shot and killed. However, a few residents feel fine where they are. Now, that location was actually close to where young Dolph lost his life. You know, that's not too far from Makeda's butter cookies, where he was going inside of the business and where he lost his life, essentially, right? But let's go ahead and look at a news clip from the local news there, from that Fox 13 News, about how they're dealing with the whole uptick in violent crime, how they're dealing with the recent shootings. And you're going to hear there was actually 3 people killed in one day, man, in the same neighborhood, it seems like, or from what they're saying in this story. But man, let's check out the clip and come back afterwards from our commentary.
The neighborhood that has a lot of attention lately. People in this Memphis area that's now getting national attention say the killings have got to stop. Fox 13 Julian Perez shows us what this does for this Memphis already alarming homicide count.
There have been 10 people killed in the last 5 days, 3 last night, and one that actually happened right here, just a block down from where young Dolph was shot and killed earlier this week. And with everything that's happened over the last few days, do people question their safety? And what's the solution?
Now, as you heard in that news report, man, that basically, man, it's been going wild in Memphis. He said 3 people got killed in one night from shooting deaths, and I believe that's to include the gentleman that was found in Orange Mound who actually lost his life. And I'm not sure if that's related to the case or not, or if any of these, besides Dolph's murder, were related to his case and his situation. But man, you got to admit, when you start hearing about bodies dropping like that, I start thinking of The Wire and scenes out of The Wire when they were having their little war going on and stuff like that. It's wild to say the least. And it seemed like in the news story continued for a while, and it seemed like people were trying to find a positive out of this situation, like trying to find ways to better relate with each other, and people, you know, open the lines of communication to probably try to end some of the violence. But based on everything we know so far about young Dolph's case, it seems that that same white Benz coupe that was used in the shooting that, you know, that took young Dolph's life was also involved, or they believe strongly that it was involved in another shooting only a week prior. So it looks like, man, these cats, that was what they were on. You know, that's the type of time that they were on, and that's what that was their whole motive when leaving the house today, was to take young Dolph's life. That's why they had on the gloves. That's why they had on the mask and everything. Now, there's a lot of rumors out there about who those 2 gentlemen are, right? Now, I'm not about to feed into any of that and give anybody some unjust shine because, you know, people are saying it's them without any type of proof, even though there's some strong cases out there. I got to admit, I've seen a couple of videos, and I've looked at, everybody sent me stuff. Everybody from Memphis has sent me something about the same 4 or 5 different people that could be involved. And I'm like looking at it, but I'm waiting for something official or something really big to drop before I, break that out or whatnot. But what do you guys think about this uptick in violence in as far as Memphis is concerned, man? Can we blame it all on what happened with young Dolph? Because let's be honest. Memphis was already seeing a rise in murders for this year. Like, they were well over 200. I think it was like 280, maybe 290 or something like that for the year. And that was like already on its way to break a record. But this seems like that it's pushed forward and started to have a chain reaction of things happening after young Dolph's shooting, after his murder, I should say, man. So I don't know, man. It's a terrible situation for those folks who are living in Memphis, I'm sure. And hopefully, as the time goes by, man, things will lighten up and maybe things will just cool off completely, man. But until then, man, we'll definitely be tuned in because everybody is all eyes in on this young Dolph situation in this case. All the major news outlets and everything are reporting on this. Everybody is waiting for the next update. And it seems like, the MPD, the Memphis PD, they got the ball, man. And they working with other, police departments to pretty much put this case together, especially when you talk about the whole situation with the car being in another place. Now, as the information rolls in, I'm going to be right on top of it. But until then, man, this has been your boy Big Man. Hold up. What do you guys think about this whole situation with the uptick in violent crime after young Dolph shooting? Is that to be expected? Because, young Dolph was a high-profile character. And I hate to say character, so let's say he's a high-profile artist. And he took care of a lot of people. He took care of many families, fed a lot of people, artists, other people throughout the city and stuff like that. And, his loss was a big hit to all those people, plus all his fans. So would that immediately be something that people would say, forget it, man. We're about to ride for Dolph. Because I see that online a lot. A lot of people say they sliding for Dolph, and there's, it's a lot of sliding going on or whatnot. And maybe this is the evidence of that. But at the end, man, what do you think about that in the long run? I mean, next thing you know, those people are going to be wanting some get back. And then there's also word that, man, the shooters at this point, like, one of them might actually have already passed away, man. There's like a strong possibility of that, based on the information that's out there as far as, people who have been checked into the hospital or whatnot. But we're waiting on that to be officially confirmed too. So until then, that's all rumor and all speculation. Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell. So that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.